Let's see. Oh,
Yo,
there we go. Go. Yo, what's good, man? Yo, my bad about the whole confusion, bro. I thought you seen the flyer that I tagged you with.
I got a notification, but when I clicked on it, it was nothing there.
Oh, for real? Oh
Yeah,
man.
I ain't,
Uh,
like you took
My
it
bad,
down or
brother.
something. It's all good.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. So shit. I mean, let's talk about like growing up in the place where you grew up, brother. Like talk to us about how was it growing up in your area, bro? And well, actually, first of all, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself, bro, and tell the people who you are, the people that may not know who you are.
All right, so my YouTube name is Wulf in the Cut, but I make music as well. I go by Heartbreak Wolf.
Hmm.
It's a U instead of a O in Wolf. Um, Originally, when I started making YouTube videos, I was uploading like a lot of underground rap music onto my music channel I had started back in 2015. I was just 15 years old at the time. But unfortunately, that channel got taken down last year around September due to some copyright bull. Like they sent me like literally three back-to-back copyright strikes, so they gave me no chance to even try and dispute, and they just terminated my account. And I
Damn.
was actually successful with that channel. I had like 10,000 subs. I had like 4 million views. So, and that was just something I was doing while I was in high school. So like, you know, it would have been big. Not like I be getting mad when I think about it because like now that I graduated, I would have had a lot more time to put um more energy and stuff into it. I could have actually started putting some money behind it, and it would have been big.
Mm.
But it is what it is. I got another YouTube channel that's a music channel. It's called Few Feelings. That
Okay.
was like a secondary music channel I had started back in high school, but it's still up to this day. That one didn't get terminated yet. It got like 100,000 views on it. It's nothing big or nothing, but I'm gonna start posting on that more. But recently, I just been focusing on my main channel right now, which is more personal. It's called Lone Wolf in the Cut. Again, it's a U instead of a O, and so yeah, like where I came from. So I was born in Southfield, Michigan. Um, I was born in Southfield, Michigan, but I grew up I think from like I was because my parents wasn't living with each other at the time I was born. From like I think age to like I think from I think up until like I was like 2 years old, and then that's when he moved in. So I was back and forth between the places. I think my mom's was living in Detroit, and then my dad was living in Redford at the time. Um, Both my parents are from Detroit though. My mom's from the west side, my dad's from the east side, I believe. But from age 1 to 2, I was back and forth, and then I moved to Canton, and then age 4 to 11, I grew up in Redford. That's like I grew up right off Telegraph Road, so literally you cross the street, you're on the west side of Detroit, pretty much.
Mm.
Um, and then I moved to Belleville, which is like southwest of Detroit. It's about 45 minutes away. It's a little like country town. It's kind of urban. It's like it's cool because it's real diverse. But it's like a little small town, whatever. But it's cool though because it's like all the cities around it is like close by, and they got everything. Like you got Ann Arbor, Detroit. You got Romulus, which is where the Detroit airport is at, and you got Ken, you got Westland, stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You got Dearborn. You probably heard of Dearborn. Like it's a lot of Arabs that live there. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So that's that's pretty much. I mean, I didn't grow up rough or nothing. I had a pretty good childhood. You know what I'm saying? I had a pretty good childhood. You know, just a lot of theft. Like I didn't get into like it wasn't like no. I didn't live in a bad neighborhood or nothing. Really, the worst that happened was like I woke up one day, my mom's car was sitting on bricks. You know what I'm saying? Like it was just a lot of theft in Redford. Um, when I moved out here to Belleville, I was pretty much cool with everybody. I was kind of popular or whatever. But in high school, a few times I almost got into some fights, but nothing super major or nothing like that. Nothing like life threatening. You feel me?
Yeah. No doubt, man. So like for when you got into like rapping and stuff like that, bro, how old were you when you got introduced to the art form of writing?
All right, so I always wanted to be a rapper, low key. Like I think from like I remember when I was 10 years old, I was telling my uncle I wanted to rap, but
Mm.
obviously I didn't take it. I was just 10 years old. I was just talking whatever. I didn't take it serious or nothing. I didn't start taking rap serious until I got my own laptop when I was 15. I was using my school's laptop at the time. I was in this little like tech program where they gave us all laptops to take home and stuff. So started making music on that. And then I was recording off a little mic, like a AirPod mic. I mean, not AirPod, earphone microphone. And then I was selling like food and stuff at the time in school. So I saved up about a little $30 mic. Was just watching YouTube videos on how to mix and match stuff like that. And then that's how I started. Started when I was about 15, really.
Mm. What were you into, bro? Like, what kind of music were you listening when you already started rapping, when you started, you know what I mean, recording and stuff?
Nothing but underground music. I was listening to, all right, this the good old SoundCloud days. So I was
Okay,
listening to like shit, Raider Clan.
okay.
Um, um, have you heard of Raider Clan?
Yeah, I mean, it's been so long, but yeah, I haven't listened to the
Yeah,
newer
I don't,
stuff.
man, I don't care what nobody say. They probably the greatest rapper of all time. I'll argue with anybody about that. I was listening to Raider Clan. I was listening to Sad Boys. You know, that was like Young Lean, Blade, all of them. I was listening to Space Ghost Perp. Um, shoot, I was listening to a lot of underground music. Like I was listening to a lot of people that you wouldn't know. Like it was just like hella like unknown artists I was listening to and stuff like that. But
How would you find these artists though? Would you just be like, just finding like going on the quest to like find all these artists that may not be that popular, or were they already having that popularity at the time?
I swear it's the law of attraction. Cause look, listen, this is why, all right, I always had like an ear for music. I don't know why. Like I just be finding artists way before they blow up. Like, I don't know if you
Mm.
ever heard of the rapper called Night Lavelle, but like I knew of him like before he even dropped his first music video. Now he's going crazy right now. Like he's famous now. X, I discovered X when I think it was like March 2016. Um, Ski Mask, Slum God, Lil Pump, all of them, Smoke Perp, because they all grew up in the same area. So when I found out about X music, I found out about them real fast. That was like March 2016. Um, that's why I started my music channel because at the time I was finding all this new music. And I was like, shoot, I seen people making like little fan made like anime music videos, whatever. And I was like, I can do that. So I started doing that. And then when I started posting the videos, that's how I started finding out even more artists because people would hit me up submitting music to put on my channel and stuff. And then it'll just be like I'll follow them and then they'll repost the artist on their SoundCloud. And then like I just like every day like I'm listening to music like this. I was in high school at the time, right? So I always had my headphones in my ear. I'm always listening to music. Even when I'm in school, like I was always on the SoundCloud homepage, so I was just always scrolling, just listening to whatever, and that's how I found so many artists, like
Mm.
pretty much.
That's what's up. So what messages were you taking from like, because when you start off as a rapper, like what were you talking about? Just the same things that they were talking about, or were you on your own, like talking about what you were going through? Because we tend to like take pieces from other rappers to incorporate into our own work, even though it's not our lives that they're talking about. We tend to talk about the same topics.
Yeah, see, I hate when niggas be, I hate when niggas don't be trying to like pay people homage and stuff, and people be trying to act like they can't be influenced because it's not cool. Like it's cool to be influenced by artists. Like I tell you now, I was heavily influenced. You'll hear if you go listen to like my first music I made. I was heavily influenced by Bones, who's also from Michigan. Shout out Bones. He probably the coldest white rapper ever. I don't care what nobody. I put him above Eminem. I'm talking about like on a music rap skill wise. No, obviously not. Eminem is on top. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about just in terms of work ethic and music. Bones he
Mm.
take the call, but I was heavily influenced by Bones, Xavier Wolf, Night Lavelle. Like I got a song that was produced by Night Lavelle, and then like the way I used to rap, like I was see I never tried to I never went in with the mindset, oh, how do I sound like this person? I listened to these artists so much that when I would listen to a beat, like automatically I just be like rapping like them, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Just automatically. Like I never went in with the mindset like, oh, how do I copy this person? You know what I'm saying? So I got my
Mm.
own sound, but you can definitely hear influence from like the old cloud rap scene when that was hot back in like 2013, 14, 2015. So
Hmm. Yeah, no doubt, man. Now, you mentioned that you didn't really come from an area where there was like violence or nothing like that. Like a lot of people start off talking about things that are going on in their lives as a negative. It's usually the negative that people talk about. You know what I mean? Their music when they start off, because it's like kind of like therapy. You know what I mean? A lot of rappers started off using
yeah.
their raps as a therapy. Now, what were you talking about in your raps in the beginning?
I think I ain't listened to my old music in a minute, but I think what I was talking about was just like it was probably a few cringy stuff I was saying. Not gonna lie, if I go listen to my old music, I probably said some cringy stuff. But I think for the most part though, I was just talking about, oh, what's up, Ron? What's up? That's my boy. But yeah, I think for the most part, I was
So,
just rapping about like having a sword on me. Cause I look, listen, Xavier Wolf, he's heavily influenced by anime, right? So he raps
hmm
about anime a lot. But I fuck with anime too. So it's not a lot of rappers that rap about anime. You got like Denzel Curry, Xavier Wolf. You got a few. So when I was 15 years old and I discovered these artists, I was like, dang, that's cool as fuck. Like these people,
hmm.
they're black, they're rappers, and they rap about anime. Like that's dope. Like people used to be bullied for listening to anime. So I was like, dang, like I fuck with their music and I like anime, so I'm gonna start rapping about anime and stuff too. So I actually went, I got me a little sword. I don't even feel like getting up, but I got a sword over there. So like in my old music, I used to just rap about like having a sword on me,
Hmm.
being up, people hating on me. You know, look, like I wasn't like super lyrical or nothing. I just would be rapping about like I don't even. It'd be like random stuff, but like you can just tell. Like go listen to my old music. You can definitely tell it was influenced by like the cloud rap, like Young
Hmm.
Lean, stuff like that. Most definitely.
No doubt. So now, have you ever heard of the that anime is like devilish or is like on the dark side? There's like another side to anime that artists, talk about.
Wait, what are you asking exactly?
Oh, like anime, like a lot of artists have mentioned before that anime is like a dark side to anime, and that anime is like it's that has a dark side to it. Like it's not just like it's animation and all that, but there's like the same thing with like Hello Kitty. You know what I mean? There's like a dark story to it, a backstory that's like more geared towards like a hellish or you know what I mean?
My favorite anime. One of my I don't know. Yeah, I think this got to be my favorite. Afro Samurai, bro. Afro
Mm.
Samurai. That's got to be my favorite anime. That has a dark backstory. His dad died, got killed right in front of him. You know what I'm saying? When he was just a little kid. So he ended up seeking revenge on the dude that killed his father. Like he was a little kid. He trained like his whole life just to get revenge on that dude. That like I was like, bro, that shit's savage. Like, if you have you seen Afro Samurai?
That's not completely, not an episode, no.
Man, this dude, look, dog, this dude is a straight up beast. This nigga is single handedly taking out whole villages with one sword. Like, bro, this nigga at the beginning of the movie, right? He seen his father basically get executed in front of him. Whole life trained to get the number one headband, and the number one headband, the dude who killed his father holds the number one headband. So he's going through like all these people to get to this number one headband. This dude is literally taking out armies of niggas. Like this
Hmm.
nigga, like I'm like, damn. And it's not like super gory. It ain't like Baki gory. It's not like berserk gory, but it do get a little gruesome in Afro Samurai. That shit just sweet to me. Like it's just dope too because he's a black character too. So
Hmm. That's what's up, man. So then you were like, so this was in high school, you said, right? 15, yes, like high school, right?
yep,
Rapping. All right, man. So if you don't mind me asking, bro, how old are you now?
I'm 20.
20. All right. So 5 years since you started rapping, and would you say at this time when you started rapping, were you already aware more than your than your influences around you, like aware of the situations that a lot of people may not be thinking on the daily, like quote unquote woke, or did that come after from XYZ, different other platforms that you may be influenced by?
I always was woke, low key. No, I was woke. I want to say I became woke probably when I was around. I mean, people have like their different versions. People a lot. I guess the word woke is a little subjective because
Yeah.
some people may think that woke means this, and other people think that woke means that. But I mean, I think all being woke is you just breaking out of that mental matrix. So what I mean by that is basically you are aware of the shit that's going on around you that other people don't notice. So like, for example, you'll be watching the news with your homie and he'll just watch it and not get anything from it, but you'll watch the news and see through the bullshit and be like, yo, did you peep that? Or you know what I'm saying? And then you just start piecing things together and shit will just start not to make sense to you. But at the same time, shit will start making sense to you because you're putting all these different things together. And then you start to become like, I want to say like that goes back to the law of attraction. You just start to once you break out of that mental matrix, once you start thinking outside of the box, I feel like you just start peeping different shit like just naturally. You don't even look for it. Like you'll just be, going about your day or whatever, and you may just be thinking one day. You may just be chilling by yourself, just thinking about life or some shit. And you may just be like, hold up, this don't make sense. Like that's how I can't. Like that's how. Like I made a video on my channel talking about your vote doesn't matter, right? I didn't get this from nobody else. Nobody told me this shit. Like I was a kid when I was thinking about that. I was like maybe 15 when I was thinking about this, right? Where I was like, hold up, it doesn't even make sense for our votes to matter. Like if the elite people in this world can do whatever the fuck they want, whenever they want, however they want, because they are the elite people in this world, why would they give the people the power to put who they want in office when they don't need to? Does that even make sense? So I just knew right then and then, your shit don't even matter. I don't have to do hella research on it. Like, and thank God my cousin, when I was just 10 years old, he put me on to this, so I know you remember like back in 2011, 2010, 2012, that was when like the Illuminati videos was like trending. Like that's when it first popped up on the web and stuff, right?
Yeah.
I was 10 when my cousin put me on that stuff. That's what got me started. And then I would just like binge watch the videos, whatever. It was kind of like I'd be kind of scared watching them because I was young and shit, but at the same time, though, it was like interesting. At the same, it was like a scary movie. Like you like before you go into this movie theater, you know it's gonna be scary or whatever, but you like fuck it, like this shit it's gonna be lit though. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be, it's like I was always curious. You know what I'm saying? So I would just binge watch these videos despite me like low key being kind of scared. Like they had a little creepy music and stuff in the videos and all that, but I would watch these videos all the time. And I just remember being in class. Like this is when I knew like I was like I always had this feeling like I was chosen. I was like 12, 13, and I'd be in class talking about this shit with my bros. Like, bro, you know that this and that, like this and this rapper so they so blah blah. And they'd be like, what are you talking about, bro? Like you're crazy. They'd be calling me weird or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But it's like
Yeah.
I look back and I'm like, damn, I really used to think different from a lot of these niggas. I just would be like talking to my parents about this stuff too at an early age, and they would just kind of like brush me off, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because I was so young. They like, you don't know what he's talking about. But now everybody, it seemed like 2020, the year of the awakening. Everybody's starting to wake up and shit. And I'm just like, wow, like the same niggas that was calling me weird is now all of a sudden woke. Like y'all niggas, that's crazy.
Do you think it's more due to like that it's easier to like get information now since it's so easy to just Google something, or social media is giving us the opportunity to find more answers, or just other to explore different answers from different cultures, different people and stuff like that?
Most definitely. This is. I think quarantining was a good thing. I think the COVID
Mm,
shit as much is okay. As fucked up as it may sound, but stuff like this creates great opportunity. For example, a lot of people made money off of the stock market crash, right? Off of the market.
mm,
But also a lot of people was at home just thinking about life and was like, putting shit together like, damn, like this don't make sense. This don't make sense. Now I got the time to get on the internet and finally fucking do some research. And then you got all these videos now popping up. You know what I'm saying? Because people got more than enough time now in these days to actually sit on their ass and binge watch these videos. And like, I feel like now, because I feel like the woke shit has become a trend. Now it's becoming like this viral thing. You go look at Spiritual Soul, the dude's getting like 500,000 views on his videos. You look at Von Two Cut, he's getting like hundreds of thousands of views on his videos too.
Mm.
You know, I feel like it's definitely much more easier to obtain knowledge on these topics, but at the same time though, just from experience, I know for a fact they definitely cracking down on that shit more hard now too. Like it's harder to find certain videos. Like I know when I be trying to make a video and put stuff together for people, like I can't even find a lot of the shit that I'd seen years ago. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
A lot of people's channels getting taken down now. They catching on to it. But these labels too though, they trying to get these artists now to hop on the woke wave. Like look at Emily Chopper for example. So they playing both sides.
Dang. Now let me ask you this, bro. If and I also believe that the elite are in control. You know what I mean? The elite are the ones that move pieces around like a fucking chess game and shit.
Yeah,
But why would they give this opportunity to have a platform where people can share the truth, you know what I mean, and
yeah.
share historical truth? Why give the public that chance to reveal these answers in their platforms?
Because like you said, they playing chess. So look, it's an illusion, right? All it is, everything. See, I'm glad you asked that question. That's a great question. I fuck with that question heavy because, like you said, they playing chess. So it's like when my little brother or my little cousin come over, and my mom says, "Let him play the video game." I know he's not old enough to know that he's not really playing the game, so I can just give him the controller that's not plugged in and let him think that he really playing the game. You know what I'm saying? So it's not going to be obvious, obviously, because like he's too young. But it's like the same thing with YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Like they give us these platforms to speak our mind, but they're not going to just flat out start banning niggas and say, "Oh, we banned you because you spoke the truth," because
Okay.
then it's going to be too obvious. You know what I'm saying? Then Nick, that's when it's going to be a civil war. You feel me? If niggas just be like,
Mm.
"Oh, we shutting YouTube down because y'all speaking too much," then it's going to be like super duper obvious. You feel me? It's just not gonna work that way. So they gotta they gotta let you do your thing for a little bit, and then they put the pressure on you. They take down your videos, they demonetize you, or they just terminate your shit.
Mm. Dang. That's a good way to look at it, bro. See, not a lot of people think about those things. Like, they don't even consider, what they see on YouTube. They just like, is there, is there. They don't even have the question like, why is it there? Why am I able to freely watch these videos without no consequences? But do you think that eventually we as the public will have a consequence to even be the spectator of a certain video? Would we be in a certain category just by watching a certain video?
Wait, say that last part again. I'm
Like,
sorry
would
about
we
that.
would we be in the category like, say that for example, you have Comcast, Xfinity, or something. They classify who watches what and puts them in categories so that they know who's like getting this information so they can crack down on every individual. Do you think that it'll get to that point?
Dang, are they doing that already? They probably doing
No,
that
I'm saying
already.
they are for real.
I'm saying they probably doing. I mean, think about it. Why?
Oh, okay, okay.
I mean, man, they know everything. People got Google. What they call it? What's the I forgot the name. What's the little
Oh shit.
gadget they got in their phone they homes now where they can say, "Oh, Alexa." They got the Alexa
Oh,
thing, and they got Google Home and they got TVs that you can just talk to now. Like they listening in on everybody, bro. Your phones, bro. They got apps now where you download them and
I
It'd
mean,
be
yeah, I
it'd
understand
have
they're listening and they're watching what we watch and stuff, but what do you think they will do with that information? Like, I mean, would they have like a map of who's the people that are beginning to wake up into what's really happening, and how are they going to crack down on every individual?
It's a tough question. I don't know about cracking down on everybody. I feel like if it gets to that point, they might as well just roll out martial law, start throwing niggas in FEMA camps. But I
Yeah,
don't see the point in them even trying to crack down on every single person. That'd be a little obvious, wouldn't it? Like that bring me back to
yeah,
playing chess. So like I feel like if it gets to it, I feel like what we going towards is a totalitarianism society, anyways. So like
yeah.
I feel like it's maybe not this generation or the next, but maybe the third generation from now. I feel like it's no. You already can't even get off the grid nowadays, but I'm saying like it's gonna be so bad. Where it's like you can't even step on your porch without 10 cameras on you. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. I mean, what can we, the public, do with like? See, there's a bunch of platforms, bro, that are woke and spiritual, and they talk about how we can escape our mental matrix, how to escape from the norms, as people call it, as the government wants you to see it as. But what can we do with that information as the public, just a general person that's watching and learning about these things?
I think everybody can start off by speaking out. Get the spread awareness. The least you can do right now is do some research. Stop calling everybody crazy and weird for thinking outside the box. Like open your eyes and start realizing what's really going on out here because I'm telling y'all now, if anybody's listening right now and you a sheep, like
Mm.
if you got this thought in your head that I'm crazy, whatever, like listen, they already got chips. You can get them right now. Like they got chips that they put in you to track your every movement. Like that you can't as soon as you get that chip, you're done for it. Them niggas with the press of a button can send a pulse and shut down your whole system. You know what I'm saying? They can do anything with
Mm.
that chip. You don't have a clue. Like people get these chips and they just get it because it's cool, whatever, but they don't even have a clue because they're sheeps. They don't even have a clue what they just did to themselves. They just put themselves in a fucking cage because now you done accepted the mark of beast and you didn't even know it. So now we're going towards this society, right, where now they're gonna try and force niggas to take these vaccines, or if you don't take the vaccine, you got to take this chip or whatever, and then they're gonna limit what you can do in your everyday life if you don't have it. So that they're gonna start applying the pressure on the niggas that not finna take that shit. So what I feel like is gonna happen is, and it may not be this generation, it may not be my lifetime, whatever, but what I feel like is gonna happen is they're gonna start telling everybody it's mandatory, like all around the world. It's gonna be this new world government, one world government. It's gonna be one government that controls the whole world. It's gonna be totalitarianism throughout the entire planet. Everybody's got a chip in them, so they know where everybody's at. They know um, what you're doing. They know everything about your body. They don't even have to like you don't even need to make a doctor's appointment. There's no point. They know everything about you because they got this chip in you, man. And it's just, it's like I, what I was, what I would say. Okay, parents, if you got a kid that is talking about these things, can you just please listen to that boy, listen to that girl? Like,
Mm.
don't just brush him off. Like I hated when my parents would do that. I hated when older people in general would do that when I would talk about these things when I was so young. Just listen for a second. You know what I'm saying? Because like you never know. Like your child may be the next. Your child may grow up and be a voice. You know what I'm saying? A big voice,
Mm.
a great audience. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody like Vaughn. You feel me? And
Yeah.
that's why I got mad. That see, a nigga like Vine, like he deceives his people, and he has such a big platform, and that's why I get so mad is because you could be doing that, you could be using your platform for such great things, you know what I'm saying? And he just
Yeah.
deceives his people. But I feel like parents need to start supporting their kids more because a lot of people don't get support from their parents, and that strays them away from their true dreams and shit. I feel like parents need to start listening to their kids more and stop putting a cap on their age. And that's why I don't be like to tell people my age too a lot of times, but they like to put a cap on you. They think because I'm 20 years old, I don't know what I'm talking about, but like, dude, we both work in the same job. You work at Amazon and you're literally double my age. So I mean, what knowledge do you even hold? Like what how much more
Mm.
knowledge do you hold and you're double my age working the same job as me? You know what I'm saying? So like people need to
Yeah.
stop trying to put a cap on somebody's age and actually listen to people for a second. And another thing too, the people that come in my comments and are calling me crazy, I'm saying I'm reaching, I'm clout chasing, I'm homophobic, this and that, like bro, like I literally put the facts in you people's faces and you still deny it somehow. I don't know what else to do for you niggas. So it's just some people in this world that you just can't even help. But for the people that are open minded, do your own research and just stay open minded and try and try and find I guess I would say if you're not spiritual already, start your spiritual journey. I think that's a big one. I think what people should start
Mm.
is start their spiritual journey because that'll also open up a lot of doors. I'm not even gonna cap. I had a dream last night where I was looking into the clouds, right, and I seen an angel. And then I woke up this morning, got on Instagram, and I was looking at Playboy Cardi. I was on a Playboy Cardi fan page, and I was
Mm.
it was multiple posts, so I was sliding, and it was pictures of Cardi, but then it was like this random picture where it said, "Speak the truth, even if your voice is shaking." And then on the next slide, it was a picture of an angel. Like I literally, I promise to God, on my great grandma's grave, I had a dream last night. I seen an angel in the cloud. So that right there just proves right. You know what I'm saying? If you are on the right path with God and on your spiritual journey, your angels will guide you and you will find your path in this life. So I feel like
Mm.
if you're on that right path, if everybody just start getting to that right path, then um, that's one step further to creating a better world. You don't even gotta be somebody that's you don't even gotta be somebody like me that gets on the internet and makes video stuff. You can just just share a nigga video at the least, like you know what I'm saying. Share the
Yeah.
don't just listen and like and comment on it, but share the video, get the word out, use your platforms, use your social media accounts, share it on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, share it to your group chats and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Don't be
Mhm.
afraid to share it to somebody because you may think that they call you crazy. Just do it.
Yeah. Yo, bro. Now with all these platforms, bro, that I be watching, what I mean, and taking in the information, and not taking it in as the answer, but taking it in as a possibility, because there's a lot of platforms and everyone has their answers and stuff like that. But have you ever came across, because what we see as police brutality and all this and that is mainly geared towards black people. Like it's like if the world, it's like the elite know that black people have something so special to them as to, let's diminish them, like let's take them out because we don't want that whatever special thing they know black people have to spread. Because like even history will tell us that black people come from like pharaohs, and they were kings, like they were like literal kings in history, and
Mhm.
now they're being treated, black people are being treated like fucking animals in the streets and shit. And
Yeah.
I mean, do you think that the elite know something that the regular public doesn't about themselves being black?
Yeah, most definitely because they also control the school's curriculum.
Mm.
I don't know if you knew, but the head of the board of education said himself, this came out of his words. I forgot the dude's name. You can look it up though. He said this came out of his own words. Now this is crazy. He said he wants a world of workers, not thinkers. And this is the head of the board of education. So that right there just tells you none of that shit you learning in history class, middle school, high school, that shit don't even matter. All that shit is cap. That's cap. All they tried to make it seem like the pharaohs was white people, and then they tried to make it seem like the founding fathers was all white. That's cap.
Mm.
Um, there was this video. I forgot the dude name. I think his name was like Garrett Miles or something like that. He used to be on Fox News, and he spoke about this about the founding fathers. He was exposing how there was a lot of black founding fathers. There was a lot of black people that helped uh create the foundation of this country that they don't talk about in the school's history books and stuff. And then they were talking about how like the first black man to get a master's degree was in like 1804, and just a bunch of stuff I didn't know. I had no clue about, right? I'm just like,
Mm.
wow. The dude ended up later on getting fired, I guess for speaking the truth too much, whatever. But it's just crazy. They try to paint this pic. That they try to like I I want to say, hmm, I really don't even see the point. Cause look, listen, um, like I be thinking sometimes, like, what's even the point of having this big evil agenda? You gonna live
Mm.
one time on this planet. You're not gonna see like you're not gonna like your actions today is like you're not gonna see the effects of that generations from now. You're gonna be dead. Like you're not gonna
Mm.
be on the planet. I don't even get like what the whole point of having this big great evil agenda is. There's no point really. Like you don't know if you're gonna be reincarnated for sure. To see you, and even if you are gonna be reincarnated, you're not gonna be the same person. So,
Mm.
what's even the point of all of this? I have no clue. That's my biggest question. What is the point of the elite people for having an evil agenda? You gonna die. Like, most of these niggas be old white people. They gonna die probably tomorrow anyway. So, like, what is even the point of all this shit? Bro? I don't even know. Like, you're not
Well,
gonna
I mean,
live.
they do try different things like adrenochrome and things like that to try to stay young, as they say. But I think that's just fucking them up too. I mean, look at what's his name, Tom Hanks. They say that fool's
Oh
doing
my God.
he went on a fucking he went out of the country because of this COVID thing, but I don't think it was because of that. I think it was because
Nah,
of
it's because of the pedophilia.
to pedophilia and child sex rings and things like that. But see, people like that, people don't be knowing that these people that we watch on movies and stuff like that, they're fucking like dealing with some other shit. They're not the people that we see them as. They're some other type of species of human shit because they don't share the same I don't know, man, if this is a different DNA that we don't share or something, because these people are, demonic, satanic motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, my little brother the other day, he sent me some files from the FBI Vault website where they're talking about Noah's Ark and stuff, and they were talking about how like basically we so what it said the Bible didn't lie about the Noah's Ark. It just said it got it mixed up with a different ark. So there's an ark with a C and an ark with a K. The ark that most people know from the Bible is with a K, but they got it mixed up with the that's from like another ancient story, which is actually accurate. So it's not a lie, but it's just mixed up with whatever. The real story to the Noah ark is an ark with a C, and in the definition, it is it's a circular spacecraft or whatever. So they're basically saying um Noah came down in a spacecraft, which was that big ass boat, right? Which
Mm.
no way a nigga is gonna build that shit. It was 60 feet tall. No nigga had tools even back then to create it was I think they said it was 610 feet long, 60 feet tall. That's six NBA basketball hoops high. Like, come on. Like Noah did no way Noah built that shit. No way he hired niggas to build that shit. There's no way. Come on. So basically it was talking about how there was Ham, Japheth, and then Shem. I think it said Ham was the black person, Japheth was the white, and then Shem was the yellow. I might have got a white and yellow mixed up for the yellow people, but that's another thing too. I wanted to touch on too, because like Fine to Cut, he said that white people are GMO, and I just had to highly disagree with that.
Mm.
The with the FBI vault. file says is the true story of Noah's Ark is there was the three people that got sent here, like 100,000 years later from when the Noah Ark happened, whatever. There were Ham, Shem, and Japheth. It was the black person, the white person, and the yellow person. And then it also said that all three of those groups, all three of those people were pure in its own way. So Vine is literally, and at first, niggas was telling me, like niggas was DMing me in my comments saying that he was an agent. At first, I was like, that's a little far fetched. I feel like y'all kind of reaching, but it's not really looking far fetched from now because it seemed like what he's doing now is just trying to divide people. Like the dude literally has a whole Discord server where he's not even letting white people in, and he's been kicking people out who he found out later on was white. So the dude's low key a racist, and he's trying to divide people by saying that white people are GMO. I can't let that slide. Like it's no like bro, I'm sorry, but like it's just there's no way I'm about to let some 17-year-old get on the internet with this big platform and tell people that white people are GMO. That's just not true, bro. That's just not true. And then he said white people don't have souls. My girl is half white, half black. Her mom is Haitian, her dad is Russian German. So uh how would that even make sense if white people don't have souls, but her dad had sex with a black person and made a baby? Does she have a soul or not? Like, come on, like, dude, you're not even making sense. Um, so I think that's just crazy, bro.
Yeah. No doubt, man. Shit. I
I feel
mean,
like
going back to the whole political thing, bro. Like, how do you see this? Like, when the popular vote don't count, then why the fuck do we vote?
wait, sorry to cut you off, but hold on. Before I get to that, I want to say too, there's 800,000 kids being kidnapped every year, and
Oh yeah, yeah,
most of the people are black and they're like grown. You know what I'm saying? We talking about grown niggas is getting kidnapped out here. They got to be coming with some pressure. So ain't no way you got to kidnap a nigga like me easily. Like you gonna have to be strapped. You gonna have to come with a. You gonna have to come with that pressure. So they must be serious, right? So what I'm thinking is no. I know this is true. They're kidnapping mostly black people because, like you said, they need what's in our in our DNA, and that's melanin. And uh, we also have like healthier organs. So they've been doing a lot of organ harvesting. There was this kid,
hmm
mom was on the news because he went missing. This was on Fox News. I forgot the lady's name, but they later found out like they had pictures of him at some Hollywood party or whatever. But they found out later on it was actually a ritual. The dude was like half naked,
shit,
like with like a bunch of white people around him, whatever, right? And niggas just thought
shit.
it was a party or whatever, but it was actually a ritual. And then they found out the kid got kidnapped and organ harvested. So, um, yeah, that shit's going on. That they definitely doing what they do to black people because they know what we hold, and I think they're just jealous of black people.
I mean, yeah, I mean, shit, because like when I did a little research on the whole thing with like how, you know what I mean? Because I know that in Mexico, they, you know, there's like towns full of like, black Mexicans, like, you know what I mean? And that's historically. Like, we even had a black president in Mexico, believe it or not,
Oh,
so
oh,
that's like, what was that?
Abe Lincoln was black. Did you know that?
Abe Lincoln?
Abe Lincoln was black. Did you know that?
Yeah. Wasn't he like half black or something like that?
I don't know, but I found the original photo of him. The original. He had
I
a
think I seen
fro.
that same one you seen. Yeah, I think I seen the same
He had a
one.
fro, dog. That is
Yeah.
crazy. I don't know how that happened, but hey, look, we had Obama in office too, so it ain't far fetched. And I don't even that man probably not even black. Shit, you can't even find his history so shaky. You don't even, bro. Is he even black, bro? That nigga probably half reptilian or
I,
something. I don't
I don't know, but there's some shady stuff behind that man because even his brother, he's living in a third world country talking about he ain't shit. Have you heard
Yeah,
about his brother?
I ain't heard about all that.
Yeah, his brother has they did a little mini doc on his brother and stuff, and he's talking about that he joined certain groups of people that he didn't know why he was joining the, just a lot of shady shit. So I don't
You
put
know,
no past to anyone becoming president, getting into no. they're not. I mean, shit. People do some crazy shit for $20. Imagine being president, which you won't do for that shit. Fuck.
That's what I see. I had that same way of thinking too. I was like whenever my mom or my dad would be like, man, what's up with the conspiracy, blah, blah, blah. First of all, I don't even talk about conspiracy. I bring facts to the table. But my response was always like, people, like y'all from the hood. My parents are from Detroit. So they grew up around ignorant bullshit all the time. So you see
Mm,
people all the time doing stupid shit over the dumbest stuff, right? So why wouldn't these people who have the great power in the world not be doing stuff on a scale 100 times bigger? You have these sex rings, you have these um these child predators. Why, like, you don't think that there's people just like them who have money and power? Like, people be
mm,
like, oh, why would the government doing this and that? Like, dude, like, you don't even know, but your neighbors probably have child porn on his laptop. You don't know. You talk to him every day and you think he's a normal guy, but you don't know. Like, you don't have a clue. The dude may have child porn on his laptop right now, but you don't even
yeah.
know. So what makes you think somebody who's in great power may not have the same mindset as somebody who does shit like that? You know what I'm saying? So it's not far fetched. I don't understand that way. I think people just think that because somebody is famous or somebody is
Hmm.
like or whatever, like they can't be a bad person. I don't know, but some people think like that. And it just doesn't make any sense to me.
I mean, sometimes I think like if I had all the fucking money in the world, all the money that anything can buy, it's like what's next? Okay, drugs. Okay, women. But once you get bored of drugs and women, then what's next? That's what they're going through. The elite, that's what they're going through. They got over women. They had all the women they want, all the drugs they want, every type of car they want. What's next? Now they want, I mean, probably murder or some shit. Like, fuck. I mean, what's on their mind? Like, what would you do for, with all the money in the fucking world? What's your next, mental adventure that you would take?
You can go on a dark web and hire a hitman.
Hmm.
Like a regular nigga like me can get on the dark web and just hire a hitman. They most definitely are doing shit at 100 times the scale. Crazy shit.
Hmm.
Now, what I would do if I had that money, I'd be on some Akon type stuff. I would try and
Oh yeah.
build my
Oh
own
yeah.
city, somewhere in Africa that's solar powered and has a healthy economy. That's what I would do. People like you say, like the elite people, they have all this power and stuff, so they get bored and then they think, okay, what's next? But their whole
Mm-hmm.
thing is, what's the next evil thing I can do? My whole thing would be the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
What's the next great thing I can do? You know what I'm saying? Like if I got Joe Bezos money,
Mm.
I can literally buy my neighborhood. If I have Joe Bezos money, and this is another thing too, like I hate when niggas in the hood and shit be talking about this is my block, this and that, but you don't even own any real estate on your block, so and like people be killing over like territory and stuff, and that's just it's stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't even you have a negative net worth because you owe money on it. Like your house is owned by the bank, and then your car is owned by this lending company, and then you got student debt, and then you blowing your money on stupid shit. You don't own anything that you have. Yet you're gonna go
Mm-hmm.
kill another man that looks just like you, a man who you probably got a lot in common with, but you wouldn't even know because you just know he's from another part of the city. So you gonna
Mm-hmm.
kill him for some stripes because he on your turf. It's not even your turf, bro. So like me, if I had Jeff Bezos money, right, I would go look at some land, buy that shit. Matter of fact, if I got Jeff Bezos money, I don't even gotta look at that shit. I'm just gonna buy whatever land is free. Fuck it. I'm just gonna buy whatever is free, buy that shit, build on it, move my peoples over there. You know what I'm saying? And just
Yeah.
look out for anybody I can. Like you can't even run out of money yet. When you a guy like Jeff Bezos, you can't even run out of money. Like it's no way you can go broke. There's no way. I read somewhere they talking about like they said if you got $12,000 every minute from the day the first human touched this planet, you still wouldn't even have as much money as Jeff Bezos. I
Ooh,
think it says every minute or every hour, something like that. Yo, what's up?
dang. Now you be incorporating some of the that knowledge you have into your music, or is that two different things that you don't collide?
When I make music, I just keep whatever's on my mind. Honestly, I don't really go in with like a topic I want to touch or whatever. But I did start recently. I didn't put the music out yet, but I recently did start talking about spiritual stuff.
Mm.
In I think I no I mentioned something about spirituality in my one of my songs I recently dropped, but it was just one. But I am gonna start making more music touching on stuff like this. Most definitely.
Do you think that this is one form of waking up people through music, or actually, let me rephrase that question. Do you think that the music that we have nowadays is putting people to sleep, or or is it that we are not listening to it correctly?
Depends on the type of music you listen to. I mean, um, if we talking about like mainstream R&B nowadays, like it's not timeless music like they used to make back when my parents was growing up and stuff. My grandparents, like the R&B music they make now is here today and gone tomorrow. But it's
Mm,
plenty like you got like lo-fi music. It's like a mixture of jazz and hip hop beats. That's just timeless. That can't get old. And it's actually it's it's weird because like the whole boom bap rap died
mm,
down, I think like in 2000s, right?
mm.
But the at least the beats made a comeback though. Like the beats now are going viral and shit because they clashed it with jazz and called it lo-fi. So I think that's
Okay.
kind of cool. They bringing it back, but they just not bringing back the like the actual rapping part or whatever. But like stuff like that is timeless. And then you got like pop music, pop. I feel like even pop music today is kind of here today and going tomorrow. But I do like the way the direction the rap music is going though. I know a lot of people gonna disagree with it, but the reason why I say that is because there's so many different subgenres nowadays. It's crazy. Like you got like cloud rap, you got trap, you got this new thing called hyper pop. I don't know if you ever heard of that. It's
Uh-uh.
like it's like uh it's like futuristic distorted beats with like high pitched auto tune with the vocals. It's crazy. It's like some new shit now. And then with rap, I mean, you can't go wrong with rap because you can mix it with anything, country, rock. You can mix it with pretty much anything. So, but I do feel like a lot of people are more making music just to make it out the hood than to. I feel like a lot of people now are trying to like make music that they know is gonna get them hot fast, but
Mm,
they're not thinking for the long term. They're not thinking, how can I make music that's going to really change some shit up? You know what I'm saying? And people are
mm,
going to for a long time. And I feel like social media has got a big part in that because I feel like a lot of people nowadays they look at these people that are already up there and
mm,
then live that lifestyle. So they're just thinking, okay, what's hot now? Because I want to get there fast. I want like nobody's really like trying to sit down and actually just try to think of some unique shit nowadays. But I mean, it is what it is. It's so many
yeah.
artists. It's so easier. It's so much easier to make music now with all these tutorial videos on YouTube and stuff. So at least we getting a lot. Like despite a lot of the music coming out today, it being here and going tomorrow, there's a lot more artists though. So like I never run out of music. So it is what it is. Just
Mm,
at the same time, it's
yeah,
okay.
man. As for like spiritually, like music is not really. I mean, to you, like, do you when you listen to a track to an artist, do you ever stop to rewind and listen to it again to catch certain things that they might have been hinting to?
Oh, most definitely. All right, prime example, Blueface. Listen, I know a lot of niggas be talking about Blueface can't rap and he be off beat and stuff. But like he low key has bars. A lot of people overlook that because they don't pay attention to his lyrics for real. A lot of people they look at him as a meme, right? But he low key got bars though. Like that nigga got some bars. Like he said, mop the floor, hide the wet sign just to catch him slipping. Like, come on, like niggas, niggas don't give Blueface the credit he really deserves when it comes to the lyrical level because he makes that LA, like club music type shit.
Hmm.
He low key got bars in his music though. I feel like a lot of people there's a lot of talented rappers out there, but I feel like a lot of artists now. Okay, so what I got a problem with is like a lot of people they like to talk down on these new trap rappers and stuff. A lot of the new age artists like Uzi, Playboy Cardi, and Travis Scott because they say that they're not lyrical and like their music doesn't really have substance, stuff like that. But it's like they don't really because like I'm a rap head when it comes to the new age rap, so I know I listen to a lot of these artists' old music, and I know for a fact 99% of these artists that you hear today on the radio, they actually learned by rapping lyrical. They actually were lyrical when they first started rapping, but they figured out fast that that's not what's hot. So then they started making that trap shit, that cloud rap shit, that hyper pop shit, that pop stuff, that R&B shit, because that's what's hot now. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
Uzi, nigga's from Philly. That nigga could really spit. Go listen to his 6 minute freestyle. Go listen to the song Free Uzi. That nigga's spitting. Like
Mm.
but a lot of his most popular music is not real lyrical music or it's not music that make you rewind and be like, oh shit, like I didn't catch that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So but me knowing like me being a rap head though I know for a fact like that is just not true what a lot of people say about these new age artists that they can't rap. A lot of these niggas can rap for real. Playboy Cardi, a
Yeah.
lot of niggas I know when he
Right
first
now.
started rapping he was heavily influenced by Future.
Mm.
He was kind of lyric. He wasn't like the one. He wasn't like really good, but he definitely had some bars. You could tell he's got some rap skill for it. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Now, how do you feel? What's your take on these artists, like trying to sport like skirts and shit like that? What's your take on that, bro?
I'm glad you asked that. I literally before I even got into this podcast, I was just making a video on Lil Nas X. This nigga in his holiday music video had on a skirt, dog. Then the nigga had the nerve to post a picture of him dressed like Nicki Minaj the day before Halloween. Dog, like the nigga posted that picture and then had the nerve to get on Twitter talking about it's grown men talking about me, Bob. Like, what did you expect, nigga? You like I'm not homophobic. I have no problem with gay people, but it's niggas like him who like do certain shit for attention and then they pull the innocent card. Like you literally you made a like what did you expect? You literally put on fake breasts and a fake ass and dressed like Nicki Minaj and posted it for millions of people to see, and then you're mad because niggas is talking about it. I don't know a single person that makes a public post not for people to talk about it. Like that doesn't even make any sense. Like, nigga, you sound stupid, dog. And then like, what makes me mad is they always do this shit to the black people. They try to like they tried to hold Dave Chappelle. They tried to get him to wear a dress, and he wasn't going for it. You seen what they did to him.
Mm-hmm.
Cat Williams, he wasn't going for it. You seen what
Oh
they did
yeah.
to him. Kevin Hart said in an interview that he would never put a dress on, but then literally later on, he put on a dress for this little stand-up comedy shit. So yeah, that nigga capped. He folded.
Mm.
Um, I feel like you only see it with like they try to feminize black men again because the elite white people they hate on black people so much. They try to feminize black men that are famous. They try to do they did it to The Rock, Dwayne Johnson. They do it to a
Mm-hmm.
lot of niggas. Lil Nas X, we all knew that he was gay, and like I'm not surprised or anything, but like it's like bro, like you have millions of fans that are little kids, and you're gonna make a post on Instagram and you with fake titties and a fake booty, and you're dressed like Nicki Minaj, like bro, that's just not cool. Like I feel like they're really trying to push this gay agenda. And a lot of niggas is just really stupid and they defending it and instead of them opening their eyes and realizing like the bigger picture, like the evil the evil intentions behind it. You know what I'm saying? Um, let me catch my son talking about he want to put a skirt on. That nigga gonna have to get the fuck up on. But I mean, shit. I like listen. Like gay people, like do what you do. You know what I'm saying? I got gay family
Yeah.
members. I'm like it's people who I grew up with that are gay, like in school and shit, and I'm cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm not friends with them, but I'm like super cool with them. Like we grew up together and shit. Like it's just the people that do the most, like the people that do the extra, the people who try and like force it on people to try and like pressure them to accept them. Like really, we
Mm.
don't care if you gay. Like we don't niggas don't
Yeah.
give a. You don't see people going out their way to go bash somebody for being gay. You only hear from us when you do the most extra shit on the internet or when you try
Yeah.
and like force it on people. Then they want to pull the homophobic card. Like, no, nigga, we're not homophobic. If we was, like, we would, like, if we was really homophobic, we would actually, like, we would go out of our way and say some shit. Like, we be
Mm-hmm.
minding our business. Like, we don't really care. You know what I'm saying? That shit don't affect me. You feel me? But I just have a problem I have a problem when it affects the kids. You feel me? Like, when it affects the new generation. Like, I
Mm.
see cartoons now, they putting gay cartoon characters in these
Oh yeah.
cartoons and they like I forgot the show, but they had like two boys kissing on the dance floor in this cartoon. It's
Oh.
just like that's not even cool. Like what little kids even thinking about stuff like that? Like you know what I'm saying? Like a seven
Was
year
it
old kid.
Marty? Was that Marty? Was that one cartoon? Marty? Rick and Morty or something like that?
Nah. It was Gravity Falls. I think. I think it was
Oh,
Gravity
Gravity
Falls.
Falls. All right. All right.
I think it was Gravity Falls. That's also that cartoon's got some Illuminati symbolism as well.
Oh
But
yeah.
I
No
just
man.
that's when I got a problem when it affects the kids. You know what I'm saying? It don't affect me. I don't.
Yeah.
It affects the kids. That's when I got a problem with it. You feel me?
You know, I follow this a bunch of like Tupac videos, you know, like platforms where they talk about like conspiracies and shit like that. And they even got to the point where they're talking about that Tupac was bisexual and that he was there was an agenda behind him because there's another one that he might have been a CIA agent that was like on the download trying to conspire all these things within music to get to where he could have the public's eye and be able to move things by music through music. Now, what's your take on that, bro?
All right. First off, on a personal level, I don't really fuck with Tupac. I like his music, but I feel like he's a fuck nigga. Like I don't care what nobody say. Like take it how you want. I know niggas gonna be like, damn, you speaking on a dead person, but like, bro, like reason why I say that is because this man was born and raised in New York, moved to California, and then created a whole beef between West Coast and the East Coast. How you gonna create a beef? How you gonna beef with the city that you from
Mm.
and side with the nigga that's like that's fuck shit. Like the nigga called himself a revolutionary artist, but he literally didn't do shit but divide people, spread ignorance, glorify violence,
Mm.
glorify that thug life. Then he was on a download gay. And then the street people, the people, the niggas in the streets know the real. They don't even respect him like that. I don't know if you know, but niggas in the streets in the Cali, they don't respect that man. They don't.
Mm.
Niggas know what happened in the streets. They don't talk. It's not known on a big level. Like niggas in the streets know what really happened. He used to get jumped. Niggas know how he really was. Niggas know he was on a down low gay. Um, the dude literally. There was this interview where he said he don't care if a kid sags his jeans because he looks up to Tupac and sees him do it. And I'm just like, dog, that's the most retarded mindset. So you telling me because a kid look up to you, it's okay for him to sag his pants, bro? Like if that's not pushing an agenda, I don't know what is, bro. Like
Mm.
that's straight fuck shit. And then like the dude took a photo in the bathtub naked. The only thing that was covering was the
Mhm.
you know the photo. Um,
Yeah.
people don't know, but the dude that took the photo was also gay. So put two and two together, you know what I'm saying? It ain't looking good for that man. Then Quincy Jones, this came out of his own mouth. Quincy Jones asked him to fuck him in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
This came out of Tupac's mouth. He said it in an interview. He said he was at some party, whatever, and Quincy Jones said, "Well, you fucked me in the ass," and Tupac said no. Why would
Mm-hmm.
Quincy Jones ask a thug nigga, a thug rapper, right, who brings a crew around, who brings a crew with him everywhere he go? Why would Quincy Jones ask that man a question like that, knowing that he can get clocked in this shit? Because he had that known. That nigga was on the down low gay. He had to. Think about it. He had to. Quincy Jones, he's gay. And if you didn't know, Quincy Jones gave Will Smith his first scene in the film industry, which was a gay part. He gave him his
Yeah.
first role, which was a gay role. And then Quincy Jones, he's also got something to do with Aaliyah. So, Tupac, I mean, that dude, man, that dude's a clown, dog.
So,
All he
so do
did
you
was
believe there's a gay agenda, bro?
most definitely. They got gay shit in cartoons. No kid is thinking about that, bro. Like no, I don't care what nobody say. Like no, I was not thinking about that shit when I was a kid. All I was thinking about was Halo 3, Midnight Club, Sims, toys, WWE, food, cartoons, SpongeBob, play outside, school. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
No kid is thinking about that shit, man. Like, it's no point
Mm-hmm.
in you putting that in cartoons, bro. If like, just let a nigga naturally. Like, what's the point of you pushing on the kids? Like, if a kid is gay, he or she is gonna find out later on in life. Just let him find out naturally
Mm-hmm.
on his own. You don't have to push it on niggas, bro. You don't have to put it
Yeah.
in cartoons. Like, that's so unnecessary. It's obvious they got an agenda, bro. That's just unnecessary as fuck, bro.
Mm-hmm.
The
Damn.
simple fact that they even, like, I don't even know how that even gets through. It's got to be agenda. Because think about it. When you come up with a script for a show, movie, whatever, it's got to get approved by multiple people. Like, you telling me everybody approved that shit and they got through. It's got to be an agenda, bro. Come on.
Yeah. It's like to make an animation, it's like there's takes in between different scenes and shit. And the person editing it, just that person by himself. And I'm sure there's one more than one editor to a animation episode. So imagine just one person asking like, "What the fuck is this? What the fuck did I just watch? What the fuck did I just edit?" Just that person asking. You know what I mean? It's like imagine all the people that come about when the episode is being made. Someone must have like said something, and if they're all in it, they're not gonna say shit. It's like they all have to be involved in the same idea
That's
to
what
be
I'm
able to
saying.
make this happen. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
and
yeah, you're right.
and the guy who created Rick and Morty is also a pedophile, and he came out and actually
Oh yeah.
admitted it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now
And
is that
then there's
another
also a
agenda that you
clip.
think they're pushing too though?
You said what?
Is that another agenda that you think that they might be pushing also, like pedophilia, to make that legal?
Most definitely. What state was that where they was going to legalize that shit?
They were talking
I
about it,
can't,
huh? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I remember seeing that
man,
in the
that
news.
I promise the guys, as soon as they make that shit legal in Michigan, I wish, man, I'm telling you right now,
Yeah.
though, there's no fucking way they about to
How the
legalize
fuck
that
can
shit
you
over
make
there.
that legal though? How the fuck
I
can you
don't even
make
know.
pedophilia legal? How the fuck is that possible?
I can't even like my brain can't even process like I little my brain can't even process that. I don't even know. I don't even know, dog. That's like straight evil shit, bro. Like that is I don't even that shit sound fake. Like that don't even sound real. That's crazy. Like I wish I
Mm.
would wake up one morning and talk and I hear some shit like, oh, Michigan governor uh legalizes pedophilia. Man, it's gonna be a civil war in this bitch. I promise you. I promise you. It's not flying over here, no. Fuck no. It's only getting legalized in some state that don't exist, like Wyoming or some state that don't exist in the third dimensions. Some state that nobody gives a fuck about. Like some state where there's more livestock than humans. That's the only state that is flying in.
Mm.
Them yee ass states or some shit. But Michigan, fuck no, that ain't flying over here, man. Hell no.
Man. That just reminds me of back in like middle school or high school when I was like in history class. They would talk about that these guys like with those with those wigs, with those white wigs, men with white wigs and shit, that they would do like certain things with little kids, and it was a thing back in the day. It was a thing that these men would like have, be partners with little boys and shit.
That sounds crazy.
Yeah, yeah, I know, and it's in history, bro. And they would talk about that shit, and that just reminds me of it's like an American tradition or some shit.
I don't know nothing about that.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. There's some shit that they don't reveal, but you know what I mean. It's got to be something apart from say, demonic and shit, because you know, history repeats itself, bro. That's all I gotta say. History
Yeah.
repeats itself.
People be saying I was against the whole riots and stuff, like when what's the name got killed? What was his name? George Floyd. I was
Yeah.
against all the rioting and everything because I just feel like it's no point. Like you just destroying your own city for what? Like.
What do you feel about that, dude? What do you feel about George Floyd, bro?
All right, so I was saying people were saying, "Oh, well, history repeats itself," and that's how they. That's what their. That was their whole response. Like when I was they would try and justify rioting by saying, "Oh well, history repeats itself. We've always been rioting." Blah blah blah. Like, bro, that does not mean it's okay, nigga. Just because it repeats itself. So that mean if your dad been beating on your mom since you was a kid, that shit makes it okay, nigga. Like, shut your retarded ass up. Like, what are you even saying? Like, the way I feel about it is like, okay, low key that might have been a chess move. Low key, that might have been a chess move by the government. I heard George Floyd, like dad or something, was a Freemason or some shit. I don't know. I heard he was a Freemason, but I don't really know about that. That was just some shit I heard. Um, but I do feel like there's a lot of ignorant ass black people that just keep on fucking shit up, and then they want to blame white people for it. Y'all got to stop doing that. Y'all niggas. There was a time in Detroit where business was booming.
Mm,
Every there was a time in Detroit where there was black owned businesses all
mm,
throughout the blocks. Like then motherfuckers had to burn it up. What did y'all burn that shit up for? You idiots. Y'all fucked it up for generations. That was when my my grandparents was young. And Detroit's fucked up to this day. Like y'all niggas fucked up your own businesses. For what? Then y'all want to sit around and blame white people for everything, bro. And it's so irritating, it's so frustrating because if y'all niggas would just stop blaming other people for the shit, the shitty boo boo situation that you in, and you take some accountability, because white people do have a part. It ain't just our fault. White people do have a part. I do believe that a lot of minorities are systematically oppressed, but we live in America. Like you can get yourself out of you got so many resources, bro. There's no reason why you should be in the same fucked up situation for
mm,
years, years, and years and years, and you don't get better at all. You cannot blame other people at that point. You can only blame yourself.
mm,
You know what I'm saying? And I feel like if everybody would just stop hating on each other all the time, killing each other and shit, and stick
mm,
together and start buying y'all blocks, you know what I'm saying? Start buying all these houses. Like houses in Detroit are dirt cheap. Buy them houses,
mm,
like renovate them shits, rent it out. Like invest in your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? I like, yeah, you're not gonna see great results on a big scale in your lifetime, but at least at least like I feel like people should be selfish, and I feel like a lot of people they don't really invest in real estate and stuff like that because they just thinking about how can they better their own situation. But I feel like I know I'm not gonna live to see like what's gonna happen generations from now, but I still wanna have a legacy. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
That's gonna carry on for generations. So that's why when I get the money and the resources, I'm gonna buy land because I know that my kids is gonna be living off that. Because
mm,
I do see the world going into living on top of each other like China. because like God is not building. God is not creating any more land, and the planet is only getting more populated. Right? We already overpopulated, so soon it's not gonna be in my lifetime, but soon everybody's gonna be living on top of each other. It's gonna be like cyberpunk. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if you know the video
Mm,
game cyberpunk, but it's gonna be like that type shit. So imagine you buy land today, your kids generations from now is gonna own that shit, and they may sell it for a fuck ton of money because some dude wants to build a skyscraper on that bitch. You know what I'm saying? And yeah,
mm,
you're not gonna live to see it, but like shit, like just do it for just do it for the legacy at least. I just feel like people should have a less selfish mindset. You know what I'm saying? And they can. I feel like that's also a big reason why a lot of us are not moving in the right direction because they only thinking for themselves. They're not thinking about generations from now because they're like, oh well, I'm not gonna live to see it, so it don't matter. That's just not fair.
mm.
And the white people been
Lastly,
doing it. That's why they so successful. They
oh
do
yeah.
shit that's doing set generations up. They thinking for long term. Black people don't think
Mm,
long term. Not saying everybody, but a lot of people don't think long term.
yeah. No doubt, man. Lastly, bro, I want to ask you about your spiritual side, bro, like religious and all that shit, bro. Like, what is your take on religion? And in the long term, bro, is it more worth it being religious, like being termed religious or being spiritual? What do you think is for the soul, bro? For the soul, what do you think it's a more I guess way that people should follow, or I mean that you are following, or for you?
All right, so I'm Christian, but I'm also spiritual. There's a lot of niggas that are spiritual, but they're not religious. I don't know how you can be spiritual but not religious, but okay. I guess people have their different takes on what they think spirituality is. But me personally, I think that being spiritual means connecting with your higher self
Hmm.
and your angels. Now, where these angels come from, they got to be sent from somewhere, right? That's where God comes into play. Um, I don't know how people. I don't even get how people can be spiritual and not believe in God. I don't get it. Like, I feel like,
That's like an Eastern way of going about it, though. Like, you know what I mean? Like being like with with the higher self, but not labeling it as God. That's kind of what I've taken so far from what others say about what spiritual is, apart from what religious is.
yeah, when I say my higher self, I'm talking about like my soul. But I believe in God, and I believe that He has. I believe that He has angels that protect me. Cause there's angel numbers, right? So I say I had my spiritual awakening back in June because that's when I started to see my angel numbers every single day, everywhere I would go. I would see my angel numbers are 333 and 33. I see 333 and 33 everywhere. When I'm at work, I see it on the clock. I see it on computers and stuff. When I'm in my car, it'll be on my car clock. When I'm on my phone, it'll be on my phone. I'll be walking in the mall or something. My phone will be in my pocket. I won't look at my phone for a long ass minute. Put my phone out, boom, it's 3:33. You know what I'm saying? It's like what the
Mm,
fuck? Or like my total at a restaurant, my bill would be 33 or something. You know what I'm saying? I'm always seeing 33, 33. So I looked it up and then I found out what it meant, and it meant that I was on the right path and that my angels are guiding me. So that was back in June. Now that was around the same time I just started getting real active on my main YouTube channel. I was like, oh shit, this makes sense. And I remember telling my girlfriend too, like, that's kind of crazy. I just started getting back on my YouTube shit and I'm starting to see these, so maybe I am on my right path, which is to spread information and help people out. And I've always felt like I was put on this earth too to help people. Like I've just always loved help people. But then my YouTube channel started blowing up, and it just started making sense. Like damn, like I still see these numbers to this day, every single day. And remember, I was telling you I had that dream last night where I seen an angel in the clouds, and I woke up this morning and seen a post that said, "Speak the truth, even if your voice is shaking." and then on the next slide it was an angel. That's no coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So I
Mm.
know I'm on my right path. For me, as far as religion, I feel like I do feel people. I do feel people when they say that religion is just to control people. I do feel them on that because there is like a lot of hypocritical religious people. Like there's you got like priests and stuff. They tell you don't do this and that, but they don't even practice what they preach. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And it's like, damn, like maybe they did create religion to control people, but at
Mm.
the same time though, it's like, man, the Bible do be speaking facts. Like the Bible did predict a lot of stuff that's going on, so you can't deny the Bible. The Bible be speaking some truth, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
truth. You know what I'm saying? Like look at Revelations and look what's going on today. And
Right.
then look at Noah's Ark, and then look at this is a lot of stuff that happens in the Bible that you can relate to today. Like I got Proverbs 14:20 tatted on my arm. It
Mm.
says, the poor man is hated by his own neighbor, but the rich man has plenty of friends. You see it today all the
Mm.
time. You broke, niggas don't want to fuck with you. You get up, everybody want to come out the woodworks. All of a sudden you got cousins you ain't never met before. You know what I'm saying? So like you
Mm.
can't deny the Bible, you know what I'm saying? This speaks so much truth.
Yeah.
And it was humans that read the Bible. See, a lot of people they try to discredit the Bible because it was written by humans. But then I could counter that and say, well, yeah, it was written by humans, but obviously they had to get that information from higher up. Because how the fuck is a human being back then gonna predict shit like that, like the revelation? How they gonna predict all of that and it happens today? Come on, man. How they gonna be that
Mm.
accurate without getting some knowledge from higher up? You feel me? And
Yeah.
and like and that ties back to the FBI vault files I was talking about earlier too, with the Noah's Ark and the spacecraft and stuff like that. Look at Stonehenge. You know the Stonehenge?
Mm.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like bro, aliens was here, bro. Like there's no way aliens weren't here. There's no way a nigga is putting a fat ass boulder on top of two boulders. Like, come on. You can't even you can barely niggas be needing help lifting up a car. You cannot a boulder weighs 100 times your car. Like obviously somebody came here and helped these people out with technology that is out of this technology you can't even fathom. You know what I'm saying? So clearly there's levels to this shit. You feel me? It could have been interdimensional. I don't know, but there's clearly levels to this shit. We not the only ones here. You feel me? We are not the
Mm.
only ones here. And then Vaughn to cut. He was talking about how like nothing matters in his recent video. How everything is fake, spirituality, this and that. Um, those people you gotta be careful. I'm talking to people that's watching it. Be careful about those type of people because this nigga Vaughn literally came up off of speaking on teaching spirituality, then pulled a whole reverse Uno card all of a sudden once everybody started exposing this kid and it's talking about now all of this shit don't matter all of a sudden. Bro, get out of there with that shit. That he's literally
In a way, I feel it though because they say that the smartest dude in the world, once you figure out that everything is bullshit, it starts to like even like the most like highest IQ person like they get depressed because it gets to a point where everything points to what are we really here for? If
I
you don't
laugh
know
at
your
them
own
niggas.
path in life, if you don't know your own way in life, and you know what I mean, you get to the point where like really what really matters, like you know what I mean?
I laugh at niggas like that because like if nothing mattered, nigga, why the fuck are you here? Kill yourself. If you feel that way, kill yourself. I don't want no nigga around me that think like that because if my closest homie think like that, then who knows what he might do to me? He might not. He might try
Mm.
and get with my girl or some shit because he like fuck it, nothing matter anyway. I'm gonna go and do some shit behind his back. He might try and rob me, kill me, whatever. Why would I even want a nigga like that around me that think like that? I don't want that type of energy around me. If nothing
Mm.
mattered, we wouldn't even be here. We clearly all have a purpose. If we didn't have a purpose, we wouldn't be like what would be the point? Like it just doesn't even make sense to me. And it doesn't even make sense to me that people even try to make it make sense. There's no way you can even try and make it make sense because you are only a human. You can't even use 100% of your brain. What makes you think that you can fathom, like, what makes you think? That's why I don't that's why I don't fuck with the whole astral projection shit too, because a lot of spiritual
Okay.
people they get into that. But what I learned is when I did my research, just like a year ago or something, I learned that that's actually a sin in Christianity because you can obtain forbidden knowledge when you astral project because there's different planes, right? There's different levels to that shit. When you astral project, you can go to higher planes. You go to them super high planes, you can obtain some forbidden knowledge. And the reason why it's forbidden is because it's knowledge that one, you can't fathom, but two, if you obtain that knowledge, who knows what you may do with it, and who knows the effect
Mm.
it can have
Mhm.
on a global level if you spread that information. You know what I'm saying? So certain things you're just not supposed to know. You're just not supposed to know. Like a kid is not supposed to know uh how sex works at 5 years old because you just
Mhm.
don't even need to know that shit. You don't. What is the point, nigga? You don't need to know that shit. If my little 5-year-old son comes to me and says, "Dad, how babies made?" I'm going to give him the same rundown my dad told me. Oh, I just asked God for a kid. That's what I'm gonna tell him. I'm not about to tell him, "Oh, you got to stick your meat in a girl booty, in
Mhm.
a girl for JJ." You know what I'm saying? Because then he gonna getting curious and shit and try and pull some shit. And no, I'm not trying to get a phone call home from his teachers talking about this nigga pulled his meat out. But no, it's not happening. You know what I'm saying? It's not happening. So I just feel like a lot of people that go down that rabbit hole and they get depressed and shit. I feel like, bro, you you was reaching that. I mean, what did you expect, nigga? That's your fault.
Mm.
That's your fault. Like you knew. I don't even know like why people be trying to. There's no way you can even. You could be 10,000 years old and study. You can study this shit as long as 10,000 years, and you still wouldn't even know everything. So it's no point even trying to figure out everything, bro.
Yeah.
It's too much knowledge. It's come on. There's no way you can know everything, especially with the Bible being rewritten all the time, and
I
then hella shit just being like it's just no way, dog. It's no. You can't even. What I don't know what those people are called, where they study ancient languages and try and interpret it and stuff, but they can't even
Mhm.
understand all of that, all the different
Like
symbols and
scholars
stuff.
and shit like that. Scholars.
Yeah, I don't know what they call.
Yeah, yeah. So too much information sometimes is not good information, right? I mean, it's not good to know too
Yo, what's up,
much.
Nasty Nico? Yo, shout out Nasty Nico. I've
What's up,
been,
man?
we've been following each other since 2015. I ain't never met her though. That's crazy.
Yeah, man.
Little
Oh,
bit,
man. There's some good topics, bro, and you know what I mean. Like you're far, you know what I mean, ahead of your time, bro. You know what I mean. You're like
Yo,
20 years old, and you're like thinking this way, bro. Like, where do
yo,
you see yourself 10 years from now, bro? Where do you see yourself 10 years from now?
man, I see myself with 1 million subscribers on YouTube. I see myself. I don't really take the music stuff that serious. I be making music when I feel like it. But I'm talking about like man, I've always had an entrepreneur mindset. So like I'm always coming up with new ideas and shit every day. All I'm thinking about is like how can I grow my channel? How can I expand my business? Like I got multiple YouTube channels. I got stuff I do on the side outside of YouTube. Like I trade forex. I'm getting into
Mhm.
real estate. I'm just doing all types of stuff. I see myself becoming financially free and very wealthy. I'll have multiple streams of incomes. I see myself being very dangerous. I do worry sometimes that if I do get too like popular and I spread the information I spread now, it may create an issue. Like I may become a target, but at the same time, though, I ain't really worried. Like I feel like as long as I don't have kids, I'm good. If I got kids, then yeah, I might slow down on that. You know what I'm saying? Just because I do want to see the little my kids grow up and stuff. But you know, like
Mm.
I ain't got kids right now, so I ain't really thinking about that. But like right now, if I'm a target, it's like whatever. Like if you're gonna try and kill me, you better come with some heat. Because I'm telling you right now, I ain't going out without no fight. But
Mm-hmm.
then again, I highly doubt it's even gonna happen anyway. It's niggas way bigger than me that spread this information. So and they still alive to this day. So like, I mean, I'm gonna continue to do what I do, and I'm a continue to self improve as far as just in every aspect I can. Like I'm a I'm a obtain new knowledge in real estate in everything. I'm a learn how to. I want to learn how to build a car. I want to learn how to build a car. I'm gonna learn how to run a business. I'm gonna learn how to. Uh, I'm gonna try and master Forex. That's a big one. I've been trading for over a year now, but I haven't mastered that shit. That shit is not easy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna learn how to set up generational wealth because I won't be satisfied. I don't care how rich I am. I won't be satisfied until I have generational wealth, meaning my
Mm.
kids are gonna be eating off of what I did. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my kids to have to worry about money ever. So I won't be satisfied until my family is in no debt and I have generational wealth. Um, I will continue to try and self improve as far as my physical health as well. Um, I got a hard time trying to eat healthy. I ain't gonna cap. I love food too much. I be trying to eat healthy, but that shit just don't be working. If that food looking good, I'm getting it. Fuck it. But I have been working out recently. I have been meditating. I have been drinking a lot of water. Um, yeah, and
What's up, man?
good, good.
That's what's up, man. Shit, I can't wait to see what the world will bring. You know what I mean? What you will bring to the world. You know what I mean? In the years to come, because like, man, you're a bright. You know what I mean? You're like, dude. We need more of you, man, in the world. We need more of you in the world to like bring about a change and bring about something new, a new aspect of life, a new aspect of how things should be. You know what I mean?
Most definitely, I appreciate that too. It's a lot of people that I get so much hate. Like people don't even know. A lot of comments I get just get flagged automatically, so people can't even see it because they're cursing it or whatever. Or they're like saying, they like the YouTube system. They automatically flag if there's certain words in there and stuff.
Oh yeah.
I get so much hate that people just don't even see like on a daily basis. And it do not phase me. I be laughing when I read it. It do not
Yeah.
phase me. But it's like, dang, I'm that's why I appreciate it so much. And that's why in every video I make too, I always thank my viewers. Every video I post, I thank my viewers and I show my appreciation. A lot of niggas don't do that. And I respond to all my messages. I respond to my emails, all my DMs. I even respond to my comments. I even follow some people back sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like I do not have an ego. I'm not about to not do a podcast with somebody because they got 100 subs. Like I was there not too long ago.
Mm.
I had 2,000 subs 2 months ago, and I now have 9,000. I'm almost at 10,000. You know what I'm saying? I was at that point. So it's a lot of niggas in this spiritual community that have an ego, like spiritual soul, very stuck up dude, Von Two Cut. The dude act like I don't even want to talk about him no more. It's some shit I know that a lot of people don't know and that I don't speak about. I know a lot about that boy that I don't. I got tired of making videos on that nigga, but man, I just want to say before I go, like, I appreciate you giving me this opportunity to
Yeah, man.
speak on your platform. Keep doing what you
Up,
doing. I'm
man.
gonna follow you back. I'm gonna give you a shout out and stuff. If you ever want to do another podcast, whatever, I'm down.
Yeah,
I'll put it on my channel. You feel me?
man.
Um,
Shit. One thing I would like to see you do is a video of the 12 tribes, bro. Back in like when we talk about the Bible and stuff, talking about the 12 tribes, and that's where all our the different races come from. The 12 tribes. Have you heard about that?
yeah. I think those FBI vault files. I swear I heard about something about. I don't know if it was them files that my brother sent me, I swear, and that sounds so familiar. I think it was in those files. I had to reread it. But yeah, I'm gonna
Look
definitely
it
look
up,
into
bro, and try to see if you can make a video on that because that's very interesting, bro. And like figuring out and the way I've seen people talk about this, and the way they say it is like look at the same things that happen in the certain people's race. They connected to the tribes with certain things that is like really familiar to the races, to the different races of the tribes. But just look it up, bro. You look it up, and I'm sure you'll find a way to like piece it together to make a video, bro.
I got so much in me. Yeah, I definitely will. I just found out my great grandma, my mom's side is Indian, and then my great grandma, my
Mm.
dad's side is Mexican, and I got white meat too. I got I got a bunch of stuff in me, so I'm gonna definitely look into that. I want to do the DNA thing with Ancestry.com. I definitely want
Mm.
to do it. So I'm gonna definitely look into that though.
Hey, no doubt, man. Thank you very much, bro, for giving me this time, bro. I appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate you too, man. Thank you.
All right, man. Good
You
night.
stay safe. Yep.